first, what did I do? I cut my lines, and I'm going to soften it.
You always flat iron the hair to see it?
Yeah.
Huh. What if the hair's curly?
You see how it was cut last time? So it's very simple. 45 angle.
Sorry, am I right in front of you? Let me sit back down in my chair.
Texturize it. So this is one nose, one lip, one chin. I can do one here if I want. And I can also connect it. Somebody was saying how you connect it, right? So this is how I connect from short to long. I'm also going to connect it. You see where the short hair is here? I'm going to connect this like that as well.
Still the front.
Are you going with me?
Why are you doing it? Oh, who knows?
Because you guys said you want to see connection, right?
What do
See
you mean
how-
connection?
How the bang is short.
Uh-huh.
I want the bang to flow with the rest of the hair.
Oh.
Okay? So now she's going to have a sit. So that was the face framing. Which is very similar to this. Then we're going to create more texture up here. But that's good.
Do you need a table? No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's getting cooler.
Huh?
It's getting cooler.
Cooler? You like it?
So he's not hot anymore?
Yeah. I was losing my touch here. Not hot anymore. So, I'm going to turn her this way so you can all see it. Where's the... You're going to go down the FTB line. I put my thumb at the bottom, find my first plane. When I first find my first plane, I'll put my thumb here, go right here, zip through the line. Is that a clean parting?
Mm-hmm.
See how fast it was? And I use my clips right there. Do the same thing here. So if I bring it straight down here and cut it, what angle is that?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I can cut it. not much hair to cut really right now.
We need one recorder and then just email it to everybody for YouTube. I can't
Just
see it.
basically
It's making me
just in
crazy.
the ends for right now. So I'm gonna part it at the 90. So if I come straight out, what angle is that? 90. If I tilt it, 45. If I hold the hair
180.
this way, reverse 45. Reverse 45. We only have 4 angles, right? So right now,
I thought that was
do
180.
you see how heavy it is at the bottom? Everybody sees it? So I want to make it a little bit lighter here. If it was my Persian lady that I want to remove a lot of weight, I would do reverse 45. She's going to have a lot of hair on her first plane. I would do reverse 45. So I would cut, I could almost cut her hair. See, I'm going to take a very small piece so she won't. But I would almost cut like this.
Oh my goodness.
But you don't see it. For the
Okay.
hair case, I'm gonna, because I want to keep still heavy, I'm gonna come out here and do a 90.
And when you do 90, does it add layers?
Yeah. It's long. There's no difference if she had this short hair or this long or this long. It's the same technique.
Huh.
This technique is the same thing, no matter what. So if she was short, I would be where? Right there, right?
Right.
Now I'm up here. So the technique is the same thing. Don't think like you have to recreate yourself. It's the same thing. If it's short, you're here. If it's medium, it's here. Your long is here. So right now I'm long.
And long layers is when you cut towards
Right.
the bottom, right? Not towards the top.
I can take a guide from the center, do the sub panel on the side, bring it here. You see my guide, and cut it. And usually it's better when you get to the side. You see there's no hair here? Just pull that hair toward the middle section so you don't lose. And I can also use my point of my scissor like that to create more texture. Because if you now look at the difference between the right side and the left side. You see that? How much softer the hair is falling and how heavy it's here? So everybody sees that, right? See how easy that was? So now I do the same thing here.
Is that a point cut?
This is also called, this area is also called as no-fly zone. Because there's no hair, see there's hair here, but there's no hair at the bottom. That's why you have to pull it a little bit back to the center. Over direct, yeah. See, there's not much hair to cut there.
So you're going in and doing your 90 plus your texturizing.
Right. Yeah. So now both sides is the same. From that really heavy bottom, so in order for me to check it, I can also check it. I go and hold it horizontal, and I can check it this way too. If you want a more texturizing, you can bring it horizontally. Also create some soft point cutting that way. Right?
You want to
Now-
be careful on fine hair, though, right?
Right.
With this technique.
Now look at this. The next section is much smaller. You see that? See how big the first section was?
Mm-hmm.
Second one is small. So now, after a while cutting, you don't have to put your combs like that anymore. You can just see it, eyeball it. Right. Same thing again. At the FTB line, do you see it? Okay. Does anybody sees that hair that I cut really short on her?
No.
You don't see it, because all underneath. So going back to what you were saying, if I want to remove bulk, where am I going to do it? Underneath that nobody sees. So when the hair comes over it, peekaboo.
Right.
Alright. And again, when I get to the side, I pull it.
If you cut straight up, you wouldn't get all these soft layers, right? If you just went like a vertical cut, it would just be a straight line.
I'll try it. Notice how my sectioning is the same as this mannequin I was showing. Same thing. You have to section about a knuckle at a time. If you do more than section a knuckle at a time, guess what? You're going to cut yourself. You're going to cut yourself. Notice I'm also holding my scissor this way. When you cut, you slide back. Yawning is the lack of oxygen. Anybody who yawns, they need to lack of oxygen. Just 10 times and you'll be fine. Right? This is easier. You won't get carpal tunnel after cutting hair for 20 years.
Do you have it? Do you have any like illnesses or
I used to.
arthritis?
Once I start doing it the right way.
Oh.
So a lot of you guys are doing it this way. And this what it does, it brings tension to your, so use it this way.
You removed the pinky guard, the pinky rest?
Hmm?
Did you remove that little
Yeah.
pink, that tang?
It's much, yeah, it's much easier. Just try it. After a while, you will never go back to this one.
Okay.
See how much easier it is for me to hold it? And you don't, see this way it looks like you're crooked, kind of. His hand is like that, you know? It looks crooked. Well, I don't know why they ever taught people how to cut with this one. I don't know what's the reason behind it. Is my sectioning neat?
Yes.
Because somebody was asking about sectioning, so I want to make sure we're covering that.
Very neat.
So now, guess what happens here? When I come here, take another horizontal shape, I come right up to the front now. This is how, a lot of you say, how do we connect the sides to the back? So if I was cutting a bob, so I've already cut the bob here, and now this is where I would be connecting the sides to the back. So at this point, of this area, I can get creative now. She wants shorter, right? So I can come and cut a little bit shorter, short to long.
Do you recommend use razor for this haircut?
You can, yeah.
You can try.
I personally, you can do anything with your scissor
That a razor can help.
that the razor can do.
You can try. I can see that.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm going to show you with just a scissor. I don't